Hello and welcome to our program Where God Weeps, a program where we talk about the suffering and persecuted church around the world. Indonesia is a vast collection of more than 17,500 islands spread between Asia and Australia. It is the largest Muslim country in the world with a population of 274 million people, the vast majority Sunni Muslims. The economy is the largest in Southeast Asia, and the people, over 300 different ethnic groups, range from rural hunter-gatherers to modern urban elites. The national motto, Unity in Diversity, articulates the diversity that shapes this country. The Catholic Church has had a prominent role in its history since the arrival of missionaries during the Portuguese colonial period. And to know more about the challenges that the Church faces in this vast country, it is my privilege to welcome His Excellency Monsignor Vitus Solichin from the diocese of Padang in Indonesia. Your Excellency, welcome to our program.
Thank you.
Your Excellency, you have a very interesting personal background in terms of where you're from, where's your family from, and how you ended up in this part of Indonesia. So let's start there. Where are you from originally?
My name is Vitus Solichin. It's an Indonesian name, but I'm from Chinese origin.
So your family migrated to Indonesia?
Yeah, my grandfather. So the grandfather of my mother means migrated from South China.
Now, we mentioned your diocese of
Yes.
Padang, and it is in the island of
Sumatra.
Sumatra.
Yes, one of the biggest islands in Indonesia.
But you are not originally from there.
I was born in Central Java, but then as a missionary, Saverian missionary, I entered the missionary Saverian as a religious. I worked in Jakarta, in the capital, as a lecturer for the seminarians and also for the lay people in the biblical studies.
It's very interesting, Your Excellency, that your trajectory is not particularly in parishes and let's say pastoral work. You're very dedicated to academia and particularly education.
Yeah.
But going back to your origins and your family, how did you find your vocation living in a minority
Yes.
in such a Muslim country?
Yes, nice question. My former family is a Buddhist family. So my grandfather was a teacher of the Buddhist religion in Central Java, near Borobudur, the big temple of the Buddhist religion. When I was finished my elementary school, my father died, and I have to change the school, and I was sent to my grandfather, and I lived with him, even if I was baptized when I was little, because my father and my mother is the first Catholic converted from the Buddhists in my family. From there, since we had a big house where the Buddhist monks sometimes passed away in the night because there was no what we call ashram. Ashram is like a monastery for the Buddhists.
For the Buddhist monks.
Yeah, for the Buddhist monks. So they passed for the night in our house.
So you grew up surrounded by
Yeah.
Buddhist monks.
Yeah, and then
and you ended up being.
Sometimes I make conversation, and then I said, if I want to be a religious monk like that, but I'm Christian, I'm Catholic, so I have to go to seminary. So I went to the seminary.
So you ended up being a religious man. Oh, that's interesting. So from Buddhism, then your parents were a first generation of Christians, and then you as a second generation.
To confront because my grandfather didn't allow me to, because I'm the first son means in the Chinese family. So I have to bring the name of the family.
Of course. So you are the first son.
Yeah.
Now it's interesting, Your Excellency, that you were surrounded by Buddhist culture, not Muslim culture, which is the majority.
Yeah, but in that
Indonesia.
town, maybe you know about Van Lith, where the Christian education started from that city in my town, Muntilan. There's also the sanctuary of the Catholic for the Marian Pellegrination in Java, Sendang Sono is called. So there is the center of the Muslim in Java, also Buddhist and also the Catholic. So 3 religions together in that town.
How is the coexistence of these three faiths? Is it peaceful? You know, I mentioned in our introduction the motto of the country that it's very specific about diversity and tolerance of differences. Is it for real? Is that the way that people live, with tolerance and respect for each other?
It's very peaceful, I can say.
That has been your experience growing up. And okay, so now let's jump to 2021, when you were ordained a bishop. Was it a surprise for you when the Holy Father appointed you as a bishop?
It's really surprise for me, because I never dreamed as a bishop. Even if you study in Biblical Institute, somebody will say, you will become bishop. But as Saverian missionaries, I say that someday I want to go to the mission, period. Even if I will teach as a lecturer, but I never think that I can be
that
bishop.
You become a bishop.
Bishop.
And you're in a different area from where you're originally from.
Yeah. But Padang is a place where Saverian missionaries worked from the beginning.
Now, when we say Saverian missionaries, they're founded by Francis Xavier, Saint Francis Xavier?
No.
Or they're inspired by his work?
Inspired by Saint Francis Xavier, founded by Bishop of Parma, Saint Guido Maria Conforti.
Okay.
We used to be called also Parma Fathers.
So there you go to this diocese, and describe us your diocese.
So Sumatra is a big island, almost 3 times of Italia.
Oh, that big?
Yeah.
Wow.
And the diocese of Padang cover all the center of Sumatra.
Yes. I saw that in the map, that you're right at the center of the island, yes.
Yeah, center of the island. It's cover 2 provinces of Indonesian government. So the province of Sumatra, Western Sumatra, and the province of Riau, mainland of Riau, because there are also the islands of the Riau in the other province. So we have 2 provinces in my diocese. And still we have also the islands, the Mentawean tribal people in the islands. So there are 3 big islands in that part. So in my visit, I have to have also boat or
take a boat to go to these islands. Now, this is a very tropical ecosystem.
Yeah, it's very hot.
Very hot, very humid.
Because
must be beautiful.
Most of the land is covered by the plantation of cocoa.
Now, you mentioned the tribes, Your Excellency. Part of your pastoral work is related to first evangelization.
Yes.
So there are people there that are listening for the first time the gospel.
But still, we have to count it that, because in totally maybe about 12 millions the population of this area, but only 130,000 Catholics. But I counted almost 2 years I become bishop. I have already grace confirmation, made confirmation for 5,500 people.
Wow.
young people.
So the growth is
Yeah.
quite significant.
Yeah.
Now, let me ask you this. Do you have enough priests to do this pastoral work?
Oh yeah, we have 29 parishes, and local priests, I mean the diocesan priests, or 31, and together with the other congregation and religious institutes, about 64, 65 priests together, totally.
And they must be quite busy covering
yeah.
such a large territory.
Yes, but because from one parish to another parish is about 8 hours by car.
Very, very long distances.
6, 7, 8 hours by car.
Now, I guess another challenge in your diocese, Your Excellency, must be the diversity of
Yeah.
languages and different tribes, different ethnic groups. How do you manage this particular challenge?
At least 17 different ethnics and language I count in one parish. One day, in one parish, only
Just
one
parish with
with
17
different. Yeah.
Wow, that is a challenge.
I manage. I mean, I speak one language, a local language in that part, especially in the tribal. Because when I was a student, I sent by the missionary, Savien missionary, to have a pastoral experience as a student for 1 year, and as a deacon, before the ordination, as a deacon, yeah, I got 6 months in the same place.
So that's how you learned this.
Yeah,
this,
I speak that language.
The language. But in your team, let's say, of different priests, you cover all the different languages,
Yeah, but
dialects that are
dialect.
used.
I mean, I just learn another language, but I can sing, but I cannot understand when I have to get the conversation or to make the homily. But I know many words from anyway, it's a challenge that I like to study language.
So, Your Excellency, you have enough priests? I mean, they're never enough, right? You will always need more. But how about the vocations? Do you have vocations in your diocese?
Yeah, nice question. When I come, because I was a formator in seminary, so somebody asked me, so what the priority?
Yes.
When you see after 2 weeks in Padang, I said the formation of the seminarians, the priests. So after 6 months, I opened seminary, a minor seminary, and I got 7 seminarians that I already sent to the higher seminary. The major seminary means, because we have one major seminary run together by 6 dioceses in Sumatra together. So before, I found that just a few young people wanted to go to be priests in Padang. After when I come, I see that many young people, many children also. So this is the first material for
of
the
course,
vocation.
and it's a great opportunity for this. You know,
Yeah. The problem is I'm in animation, vocational animation, and so I nominated Saverians confrère that
to work with
me
about specifically with vocation.
Yes.
You have the possibility of preaching the gospel without a problem, Your Excellency, in the sense of, I guess what I'm trying to do is to make a comparison with other Muslim countries where this is not allowed. Can you do that? Can you preach to people and so, if they want, they can convert?
Yeah, it's in my diocese is famous with the radical Muslim there. But I said that we have two provinces. The western part of the province is the mostly Muslim, radical Muslim there. Is
more fundamentalist.
More fundamentalist, yeah. Even the government from one of the strong radical party, Islamic parties in Indonesia, with the program to build 1,000
Mosques.
mosques. Yeah.
So they have the resources and the money to do that.
Yeah.
So in that part of your diocese, it's a challenge to preach the gospel.
To preach the gospel is okay, but means to make a celebration, big celebration with the songs and with it's a bit, yeah.
Like to have a procession or some outdoor activity, it would be difficult.
But Padang is famous for this procession. Before the pandemic, we still have the procession for the feast of Christ, Lord of the Universe. It's a tradition to bring the most sacrament, the Holy Sacrament, to go around the town, the city.
How beautiful! Despite these radical Muslims. Interesting. When I was doing some research for the interview, I found this term of, I guess you can say it's the philosophical foundation of the country, the Pancasila principle. Panchasila. Can you explain to us a little bit of what it is and what it means to the people?
Yeah, Panchasila. First of all, is we have to be a nation with God as a final supreme power, one God.
Yet it is not a theocracy.
Not theocracy, but
it's the acknowledge of God as the ultimate.
Yes, Panchasila is a principle.
Yes,
the 5 principles that we have together as a nation. One is the principle of God that unite us, and the second, the humanity, justice, humanity,
just and civilized humanity.
Civilized humanity. And
now, how do you translate that? What does that mean in daily life?
We have to aware that we are social,
and that laws apply to everybody in the same way.
First of all, to help each other. And the third one is unity, the principle of unity, Persatuan Indonesia. And it's also important because we know that we are from many different ethnic languages. Right. And the fourth one is democracy, means that we have to solve the problem, first of all, with the dialogue in the
consensus
meeting.
Of the people.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the last is social justice for all the people, especially for the poor.
And talking about social justice, Your Excellency, what kind of services the Church offers or is involved in your diocese in terms of education or
first of all, education and hospital for the
homes for the elders.
Yes, for the elders and also for the homeless people. There are many lay movements, communities in working together in Indonesia. Yeah.
And what about the work of nuns and religious sisters?
Yeah, especially religious sisters work in the hospital and the schools for the education.
And
but
they
also
are
pastoral.
An essential part of your pastoral
essential
work.
Part, yeah.
One of the challenges that we see in the South Asia territories is migration to other countries, and then this has an effect particularly in families. Are you facing this challenge as well with the families in your diocese?
Just in these last 10 years, we are not like the Philippines. The challenge, because 80% of the population is
looking for jobs.
Like
yes.
broken family means
yes.
that in Indonesia we have a problem with language because we don't master English.
So it's not that easy to migrate.
Yeah. So the migration in these last 10 years become problem when we aware that many women workers sent to the Arabic nation. Sometimes they had violence and bad treatment, and then returned to Indonesia in coffin, means already dead.
Wow.
We just aware this last 10 years.
I had the opportunity of visiting the Emirates a few years ago, and there were a lot of people from Indonesia.
Yeah, also from Indonesia.
And this really has an impact in the families.
Yeah, especially the Jesuit refugees who worked in that matter.
Yes, exactly.
With some sister.
Now, what would you say that are the main challenges in your diocese? You mentioned already the vocations and the formation of your seminarians, but what other challenges are you facing, or you consider your priorities?
I think, from my my opinion now, the challenge is more than before is the young people, because as actual President Jokowi still said that in 2035 we'll celebrate this 100 year as a nation. So it's a good year with the economic development, growth, and with the number of the young people. We can say, as he said, the President said, it's a bonus of demography bonus. So we will have many young people.
Yes,
and means that productive age in that time when we celebrate the 100 year. So it will become problem of the employment, occupation, yes, and also the digital world.
Yes,
technology.
Yes, that's it's true. It's a challenge that we're seeing all over.
And we start already now when with the election next year. The election will because 70% of the
population,
the voters are from the young people, from the Gen X or Z, like that.
Yeah.
Millennial.
Right. So and definitely they get their information and the influence by social media.
Yeah. From that, I think the problems for education, the openness, mind, and not just for the religion and fundamentalism, because when one religion be afraid to the development, to this growth of economic, and then they try to protect themselves in that fundamentalism element.
Right. Yes, and that's always a challenge with young people when you don't have them employed and well educated. They're a very easy target for fundamentalists.
Yeah, many of them brainwashed, really.
Yes. Your Excellency, one of the purpose of our program is that people around the world know the realities of the church in other countries. You know, that might be very, very distant and very foreign to them. So what would you say that you would like the Universal Church to know about your diocese and your needs? How can we help?
First of all, I come from another diocese. So I just learned that also from this diocese, they need solidarity, means a spirit of contribution, of sharing, because there are many richness in that in my diocese. But also we have also the tribal people that is still living in poor condition, with the poor education. So it's my job also to organize 3 division areas. I made an equipe, means a group, team work together, and I always underline this one, that we have to work and to walk together as a synodal church, you know.
Right.
That. So I divided in 3 different areas with the 3 different also concern of the need of the people. So I choose or nominate already 3 also vicarious episcopalis as my
your support team.
Yeah.
So you will work with
Yeah.
in
So
these three areas.
I will say that I offer the idea about the gemellation parish. One parish helps the other parish. So maybe we have also can be also the help each other, other dioceses to, even if we know that we are also we have also the part of our diocese still need
So it's again that idea of unity and solidarity.
unity and solidarity. Anyway, we with the 20 or more than 20 different ethnies and language, when I make a visit, I always saw the miracle in the dance,
Yes,
food, and
the richness and the
The
beauty
richness
of
of,
all the
cultural
differences of the people. Well, Your Excellency, thank you so much for spending this time with us to
Thank you.
let us know more about the realities of the church
Yes.
in Indonesia.
Thank you, and God bless you also.
And thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for being with us in another program of Where God Weeps. If you want to know more about the work that the church does in Indonesia, we encourage you to contact the information at the end of this program. Thank you, and God bless.